our hay's been cut. Hello and welcome back to the Naturally YouTube channel. I'm Marianne and I'm passionate about helping you to heal your horse, mind, body and soul, naturally. So our hay has been cut. Oh, so excited. Oh, it's such a great sight to see, watching the tractor go round with the mower on it. And also our hay has been turned, so it's now ready to be baled. So join us so you can see what machinery was used, what it looked like, and also what our horses thought of the entire process. Join me to find out. So here is the person cutting our hay with his tractor and the mower on the back, and my first thought is, what do the horses think and are they okay? This hay's being cut, little man. Here it is. Just go check on you. Oh, you're hot and sweaty. What's my sweaty boy? Oh, friggin' flies. Friggin' horse flies, eh, buddy? Friggin' horsey flies. Got you covered, baby boy. Yeah, we'll get it. Ada Hunterman. Just doing a quick check around the herd, making sure everybody's okay with the hay being cut at the moment in time. And other than being just a little bit fussy, just as they have been all day, there's no real issue except for the fact that midnight is missing. Missing midnight is never helpful. Missing midnight equals concerned midnight. There we go. She is watching the hay being cut, bless her. What a good girl. Hello, beautiful. Are you watching? Check, good girl. And that one. So this is why I like to always be around my herd when the hay is being cut, to see how they're handling it, make sure they're okay. As you can tell, Midnight was a little bit concerned about all that, but we'll be alright. We'll be alright, sweetie. Yes, we will. And Egypt, pack it in. Okay. So what I'm looking for are for the herd to settle, so I'm waiting for their ears to start relaxing so they're not fully focused on what the tractor's doing. I'm waiting for them to show signs of relaxation. So for Midnight, who was most concerned, I'm looking for her to have a calm look on her face, her head to be lowered rather than it being high, and for her to be snorting at things is not a good sign. So I'm waiting mostly for her because she is the biggest indicator of whether everything's okay, as she is the worrier of the herd. But I am also keeping an eye on the entire herd just to make sure that everybody is settling into. Now, as you can see, there are a lot of horseflies about because the hay is being cut. The horseflies usually sit in the hay, in the grass, and then when the hay is cut, it forces them to go into the air and encourages them to then find the horses. So whilst the hay is being cut and then turned and then baled, there's a lot of horseflies about. However, a lot less than previous years due to the fact that we've got the fish in the water troughs. Check out the video all about them. I'll put a little card in the corner for you so you can check that out. Now, a great way for me to make sure that my herd are actually okay is to provide them with a little bit of grass at the furthest point away from the hay being cut. So this is at the bottom of their main field that they've got the track on at the moment, and it just occupies their mind. I don't give them a lot because it does upset the major's digestive system, not to mention the others get very gassy with it, so just a tiny bit just to occupy their minds. and quite therapeutic to watch as well. Now, if you speak to John, who's doing the hay for us, he finds it very therapeutic and absolutely loves driving the tractor and doing the haymaking. It makes him think as well as being something relaxing to do. It's nice to have somebody involved who enjoys the job. Now, even with the grass, I noticed that Midnight was having a little bit of an issue settling with all the noise, so the best option was to take her to have a look and just make sure that she settled into knowing what was going on, and that is half the battle for her. If she knows what's going on, she's absolutely fine. And then once all of the hay is cut, I have the absolute joy and privilege of riding the Major across all the fields. It's not often that all of the gates are open and that I have that freedom, so we make the most of it as soon as we can and to the fullest extent that we can. Now, he is 29 years old, so we don't often go for a ride. He doesn't appreciate it that often, and he does have a very bony back and refuses to have a saddle on him, so I sit on a high-withered horse bareback. I tell you, it is not the most comfortable thing in the world, but I do it for the joy of it because he enjoys time in the fields when everything is open, and I enjoy spending that time with a boy that I can trust and have a great connection with and just be relaxed around, which I haven't quite developed yet with Egypt. Something for the future though. If you want to watch the entire footage of my trip on the Major around the fields, I'll put the link in the description box below. The video will be coming out in a couple Fridays' time. So after the hay has been cut, it is turned on a regular basis. Now, John turned our hay about 3 times before he baled it. If we have it turned too often, the hay becomes brittle and loses a lot of nutrition. It dries out too much. However, if it's left too long, it gets wet and it becomes rotten in the bale very quickly, and we don't want mouldy, rotten bales. It's just a waste of everybody's time and money. So John, we follow his guidance a lot and let him come and turn it whenever he feels it's right. It's great to have that sort of relationship of trust and have that knowledge and experience that you might not have yourself. The equipment on the back goes by many names as far as I'm concerned. Some call it a hay turner, some call it a hay bob. In our family we call it a swisher. It just seems to swish the hay about, and it's fun to watch in action. But effectively all it is doing is rotating the hay so that it dries out evenly.
So there you go. that was the hay being cut and turned, and also our herd's reaction to the entire process. Did you see how they changed from, oh my goodness, what is that, to, yeah, okay, that can happen, that's fine. Also, did you learn anything today? If so, let me know in the comments below. If you want to join me on the full ride of the Major through the fields, I'll put the link in the description box below for you, so you can join me on that journey. It was such a lovely experience, and I do it every year because it's just such a lovely thing to do. I also did it as well on midnight this year, but I didn't have the confidence to record her at the time, as it's something we've never done before and I didn't know how she'd react. Don't forget to subscribe and click the little bell icon so you get a notification when the next video is up. You're going to want to do that. That's because in that video we're going to be baling the hay and also stacking it in the barn. It's always fun and the most hard work that I do throughout the year, so check that out. Also, check us out on the Facebook page, join the Facebook group, it's a lovely little community over there, you can ask any question you like. Also, check us out on Instagram, we're naturally_Willa, for virtually daily updates on the herd. And I'll see you next week, bye!